Hello?
Hello, my name is Sean. You called my number earlier.
Yeah,
Who
I
is
did.
this?
This is William Wright.
William Wright?
Yes.
How do I know you?
Uh, well, I've been homeless out here in Longmont, Colorado, and I keep getting a lot of weird stuff happening around me. And, it's getting at me, took my blood, took my urine against my will. Um, I'm on disability. I'm on the streets, and I'm continuing to be conspired against. I'm trying to get a lawyer to help me take my case. I don't have no money. I only get $750 a month on my SSI. I did 30 years in prison. I don't know nothing. I don't have no skills except for I'm an artist. Other than that, I'm struggling every day out here in Longmont, Colorado.
I get every bit of that. I'm an artist as well. I used to be a portrait artist. I
I'm a
had
portrait artist.
disability, but because I was speaking out about the assaults against me by the police, you're right about the conspiracy thing. They conspire against all homeless people.
Well, I have plenty of evidence against it right now in my possession.
You just
It's
can't get
public
anybody to look at
information
it.
as well. Longmont Housing Authority refused to rent to me, and this community, when HUD gave me a voucher for 2 years to be in the suites, and they don't want to put me in any of their housing, but yet they'll let sex offenders in their housing, but they won't let me.
Right?
And I don't have no sex cases. And they're trying to say that they're looking out for the best interests of the community. That's what Roma French said from Longmont Housing Authority. I believe she got fired already, but I'm trying to get somebody to take my case and or to help me direct me to some lawyers that will take my case, that will fight these people. And I
You know,
thought maybe you might be able to help.
do you know who Darren O'Connor is?
Yeah, I don't mess with that dude Darren O'Connell because of the fact that he's hooked up with the people that are conspiring with me against me.
Yeah, I noticed that he talks big about the homeless, but then he doesn't do
He's
anything.
full of shit. Listen, I'm gonna try and tell you who Darren O'Connor is. Darren O'Connor is a nobody. He's a fluke. He's a runaround man for the Senator Representative Jonathan Singer. Jonathan Singer's the one that started all this shit out here. That's putting a lot of pressure on me. He's been talking shit in some in emails back and forth with all his people, trying to make a joke out of it between me about me, my name, and putting my name and putting the governor's name involved in it. So, I mean, I've
Well,
got the text still to this day.
I have Darren O'Connor on. I recorded phone calls between Darren and I where he admits that the harassment against Zayd Atkinson was not racially motivated, but financially
Mm-hmm.
motivated because they thought he was homeless. The same
Yeah.
thing with Samuel Leon Lawrence IV and also Michelle Rodriguez. All three of the people, there were 7 people overall that were assaulted by Officer Waylon Lolatai. There's
Well,
also an officer by
they
the
don't
name
want to
of
solve me.
Burke.
They don't want to solve me. They don't want to mess with me. The police are not messing with me per se because they know that it's bullshit. What's going on? They have jobs to do too, but they don't want to lose their jobs as well. You know
That
what I'm saying?
not wanting to lose their jobs is the big thing. That's why we have so
Right.
many corrupt officers on the force. All the ones
Right.
with the balls enough to stand up to that are off the force already. They either quit or they
Right.
were
Right.
fired.
Right. Exactly. Well, see, I'm a very spiritual kind of guy. You know, I know there's a higher calling than what's going on right now, and I'm not scared. I'm not running from nobody. I've lived 50 years of my life. I did 30 of it in prison. And anybody want to dance with me on any level, whatever they want to do, giddy up, let's go. I'm ready.
Well,
Whatever.
I've
I
been
live in a
trying to
tent.
get a lawyer, but what I
I've
was
been there for a while. They've been doing all kinds of stuff. I'm talking about scientific shit. I mean, I'm talking about they're using ray guns and they're putting stuff in my drinking water when I leave my camp and stuff. They're doing all kinds of weird shit to me. They're following me around, harassing me. I relapsed in drugs numerous times because of it. Uh, I mean, I've got so much evidence against these people that is sickening, and nobody wants to do nothing about it.
Well, as far as ray guns go, I don't know about all that, but I
No, I
do
think
know.
they got some kind of capability. The government's doing something to me, and I'm withstanding all their things that they're throwing at me when a normal person would not stand that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's
All
the
their
thing, is that
and
most of it is the massive quantities of chemicals that are in everything from our food to our drinking water. It's not some ray gun or some unicorn. It's the fact that these things are in
but it's
everything.
It's not affecting me on a mental thing. They don't understand how I'm still here fighting these people when the normal person would just leave. You know?
Well, here's the thing about dealing with all those folks, is that when they peg you with the term mentally ill, they can do whatever they want. When you're homeless, people don't give a fuck. That's the thing about.
Statues, and they can't just do anything they want. They took.
But they do. See, just because they're not allowed to, just because they're, sir, just because they're not allowed to legally, doesn't mean that they won't, and doesn't mean that they don't. And that's the point. What I'm saying is how it is, not how it is written on paper.
Right.
And that's what I'm dealing with. Darren O'Connor, all the talk that he makes about caring about the homeless, he didn't stand up for any of the homeless people that were assaulted by these officers. He only stood up for people who are minorities and in houses.
He is with the government, not against the government. He gets paid to string people along. Out of 50 entities that I've contacted that has to do with mental health disability, never one of them has done anything for me whatsoever.
See, I'm dealing with a lot of the same issue. They're not listening to me. They're wanting to strap me down to a bed and inject drugs into me and assault me. Anything other than take a goddamn police report from me. I mean, I literally had to break the law multiple times to try to force them to take a look, and it still didn't work.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to figure out how to get some lawyers. I think.
Well, there's other homeless people that I can let you in with, that some of them are formerly homeless, some of them are still homeless. But they might be willing to stand up for our rights, as long as they know that other people are going to be there to stand up for our rights as well. And that's the thing, is that it needs to not just be word of mouth or word of Facebook. It needs to be people that actually show up. I mean, when Black Lives Matters shows up to picket outside of the courthouse, the news shows up and people care. But homeless people are too afraid to do that. I've tried the Department of Justice. I tried the FBI. I tried a lot of different people. Oh, they certainly do. They'll frame you the same as anyone else.
The government watch list anyways, because of my past politics that I used to be involved with years ago. You know? Some friends of mine were murdered, and my little brother spoke out about it, put my name in it, and got me in the world trouble with the president. Secret Service and so on and so forth.
Well, I had my best friend shot in the head on December 28th of 2017. And over the course of the last year, I have done everything that I can to try to get my voice out there and get what happened to me over that out there, so that people are aware. But the thing is, I literally threatened the president. I literally threatened the President of the United States to try to force an outside agency to take a look. So I've dealt with the Secret Service and the FBI and multiple police agencies across the state of Colorado who took part in threatening and harassing my friends. I mean, they didn't use ray guns. They used intimidation tactics. They scared these people by threatening them with homelessness and threatening to take their kids away.
They do all kinds of shit. And I told them the reason why I left Longmont in the first place is because the fact that I was getting ready to do something to one of these people that kept gang stalking me. They kept following me around. And see, I did 30 years in prison, so I know how to read people very well.
Right? I grew up in the system. I know about that shit too.
All my life. So
yes,
I study human behavior very closely, all right, for a reason.
You have to. I understand it.
They don't understand that. So Now I'm in the community out here, and I see things that other people's not being able to see and deal with. And I told them, because they've had people come to me, people that's already been paid to do something to me, come to my spot, my camp, and told me. And I told them straight up, I don't give a shit which one you want to die first, because it ain't gonna be free, you know. And they backed the fuck up off me, and I haven't seen them again since then. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to regroup and send somebody else over there. I don't know. I really don't care.
Well, I've been gang stalked for...
I've been, you know, I'm going through a lot of shit out here.
I've been gang stalked for 2.5 years over Natalie Bollinger. You should look her name up. You'll see... Yeah, my name is Sean Schwartz. If you look my name up, you'll see a small portion of the slander against me. I mean, these guys really fucking went to town.
I looked last time we talked.
Yes, sir. Well,
you know who gave me your number, right?
Miss Peaches.
Yeah, Peaches. Yeah, I just talked to her, too.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Well, as far as getting a lawyer goes, I don't know. We need somebody who's capable of coordinating, somebody with the time who is willing, and they need to have a house, because nobody wants to listen to anybody who doesn't have a house.
I studied law. I studied civil law for many years. I started in 1992.
All right, well,
first started.
I'll start
my situation, and I've been dealing with it ever since then. And I'm not able to sit down and function right out here on the streets with all that's going on with me. So
I get it. You need a safe environment, a safe working environment.
I need somebody to take over or get me in somewhere where I can sit down and focus, you know?
Yes, sir. I've had that same problem for over 2 years. They do everything they can to make sure that all of my funding is spent going from court date to court date to court date, jumping through their hoops. I never got an honest day in court.
They're trying to get me to go. I told them, I said, let's go to trial then. I'm facing 3 to 6 right now on a Mickey Mouse charge, where they said that I had a felon in possession of a weapon when I had a pocket knife on me. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to tell me that it's a weapon. No, it's only a weapon if you use it as a weapon or display it as a weapon. You know?
Exactly.
If it's just on my side.
Dude, they tried saying that I assaulted them with a weapon because I tried to bite them. I didn't try to bite them. I have 0 teeth. I couldn't bite them. Not if I wanted to.
Right.
I'm going to save your number, but I have to let you go now. I'm parked outside of the Starbucks, and they're closed already. They call
me Tiny.
Do what?
You hear me? They call me Tiny.
Yes, sir. I had a friend named Tiny who died last year.
Yeah, I know. It was Andrew. Anthony. I know. I've known him. I've been knowing him for years. All right, I'm going to get off here. Let's go. Just let me know if there's any changes or anything, or if you want to talk or whatever.
Yes, sir. Right. I always want to talk. I'll save your number. Be safe.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.